And there we are. Hallo, hallöchen. How's everybody? Hope you had a fine Thursday. No problems ahead. And yeah, a solid sail into the weekend. How are you guys? And it's no problem, Robbie. I'm happy you got a steady job modeling buildings for the sim. Whee! You're excited, I'm excited. Yay! Hope to see some good results. How are you,
But
buddy?
I don't want to see any of your buildings near the runway, okay?
Why not? Why?
Because of Spitty.
Oh, come on. Yay. Now we have it. For the big boys and gals. The 4 throttle handle. Well, I would say let's start, because nobody's here to join us. And there are even no buildings for your Spitty.
No, nothing.
Ooh, and Robbie, did the Rams come out? Is the Rams available?
You mean the actual plane, or
The
you
planey
mean the
plane,
livery?
yeah?
Oh, I think the planey plane is out. Yeah.
Okay, then I have to. No, I just meant the basic plane, Because I'm not up to date as Murph, for example. Got other business in mind.
Okay.
I need to start up the Spitty, so yeah.
Well, I'm not taking off before you start it. I want to watch your engine explode.
Kabam! Why are you so mean?
It's all entertainment.
Your entertainment.
It would be fun. It would be fun. It would be fun.
Sure.
Smoke billowing up. All your windscreen covered in oil. I would love that. That would be almost like Kian when his chair collapsed under him.
I know that feeling. Had that with my office chair. Yay!
Well, Robbie, I think you're taking off in business now. $61 tree.
I'm so happy that that works out for you. And hope for many good projects on the way. So I need that one, that one. Those are irrelevant. Maybe some warm bum and a fuel pump. And it started here on the stream. Yeah. Woo! That's so cool. Without any
it started
problems.
Straight away.
Yeah.
Straight away.
There you look.
Ooh.
Jealous?
Well, mine was like that too, so I can't complain.
What should I do? Ah, okay. I had it release the parking brake. I will scratch your paint a bit. Screech!
You see that pilot name, Earth Soup? Interesting.
Sounds like mud pie.
Yeah, Earth Soup.
Okay. There's an F-18. Is that guy incoming? No, 44,000 something feet. Whatever. So, not this playlist. This playlist is just for private, because copyright strike. We don't want to get into that bill.
Yes. Well, there's no building, but there's a windsock, so we can aim for the windsock.
Of course. Your Spitty searches for friends. Friendages. In the near future, there will be some stream days missing. Because I need to, take my computer apart.
Well, I'll be absent for 2 weeks starting next Sunday.
Scandal.
So
breach. I did not give my sign for this. I hope
So
we
if you-
see
if you-
some nice
If
pictures
it's
in the
the next
Discord.
2 weeks, then yes, I'll post some. It will be quite cold in the beginning.
Well,
I saw a live cam from Bozen today, and the snow was pretty far down. But it's supposed to get warmer during the week. So the first few nights I will be under a few blankets.
you have pretty conserving weather. Cold keeps the youth.
Yeah, it should be okay.
Well, I ordered something and I hope it will have a positive impact on that stream. Because if not, I don't know what else I could change.
Oh, I'm sure, you know, since you're suffering from so many DTDs and things like that, maybe that sensitivity of your system will get better. Will
That's
be
the
more-
reason. The flight sim. Yeah, good evening. Good evening to the pool. Hello, Kingsman. Welcome in.
Hello, Kingsman.
How's it going, buddy? Everything peaches and cream. Well, that what I wanted to say is the Microsoft Flight Simulator is NVIDIA, baby.
Yeah.
And the AMD graphic cards are the stepchilds. So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, that's definitely.
And a big plus is my husband can also game again.
Yep.
To get mine. And his games are not that picky.
Well, I mean, The Sim is one of the pickiest games I know.
Yep. That's for sure. Kinda. I'm looking forward to that new graphics card, but I don't want to take the computer apart. It's so much work. Yada, yada, yada.
And keep you busy. Yeah.
Yeah. Redoing the fan structure with that anti-vibration nibbles. Don't know how to say that. Right in.
Anti-vibration nibbles. Yes.
What would you call those rubber thingies? What you take instead of a screw? How would you call that? So
I have no
thingies,
idea.
rubber thingies.
Rubber thingy. Yeah. Well, another volcano thingy coming up.
Yep. With some pimple thingies around it. Yeah, Kingsman. I try to update it though. The AMD graphics card is a workhorse, for sure. She does her duty in other games like a Ferrari, but not in the Microsoft Flight Sim.
Nope.
So she will be switched, and my husband can game with her then. Far Cry isn't that, picky. And he's looking forward to that because he just has 2 monitors. One is on 4K and he has a very specific display for the... Oh, okay. Gaming laptops is not my kind of soda anymore. How would you, wie würdest du sagen, wenn man ein Display als sehr genau bezeichnet von der Farbwiedergabe?
Display.
Yeah, the display.
Two colors. Two colors or exact colors or whatever.
Yeah. My husband has a display with a pretty exact colors and very sharp, and you see the difference between a 4K monitor around about 350 euros and you see the difference between about 1,000 euros display. So and he's really looking forward to use that display again.
No, let's fly over this thing.
Yeah, that's true, but when I travel, I want my piece of all kind of electronics. Just want to have my mobile, because of listening to music or popping on a stream. But computer stays at home. It would not be a holiday for me. The computer is with me. Yeah, what's up? Hey, Quert. How's it going? Hello. That was a pretty volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Quert, what's up? How are ya? Next airport is Waypoint.
Okay.
Well, we just started, and at the moment it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous here. Some volcanoes. Then the capital comes up soon from Mexico. Everything is peaches and cream. As long as FSU IPC wants to do what it should do. That big patch of city on our right, on our left wing is San Bernardino. Where did I read it? San Bernardino.
San Bernardino.
That big patch over there.
Yeah.
I showed Mum from some screenshots from our world tour, and she went, "This is from the simulator." Yeah, Mum, that's from the simulator. I can't believe it. It looks like real. It's so cute.
I see there's a runway down there.
Yep. That's a Porsche runway.
Yeah, I try to explain to my mom how this whole thing works, but she just I have a feeling it just doesn't want to really enter her head. She just, she can understand the basic idea, but then, for example, the fact that we can fly together and see each other, that's no, a little bit too much.
It's a bit back, but it was a Wednesday. Was it a Wednesday? No, it was a Friday. And I was at Mum's. And there was Murph on my phone with streaming. And she said, she was looking at that. They are flying together. Yeah, normally I'm flying with them. So, oh wow. That's cool. And this fellow is kind of funny. I don't understand the thing, but he's funny.
Yeah,
Murph,
I suppose Murph.
The Murph with the wiggage.
Funny even if you don't understand. Or was that one of his wiggage days?
Yes, was one of his wiggage days. It's way back, but it was cute. One picture showed her was from Vienna International. There is a section where the Austrian Airlines have their headquarters, home base, whatever. Their machines are parked there normally because that's their gates. And I was with a 736 loaded in on the Austrian airline gates with an Austrian airline livery, showed her the picture, and we discussed about 10 minutes. She did not want to believe me that, this is the simulator. Didn't want it to go in her head. And then there was the argument. Well, that's why I want to get good stuff for my computer that it looks like this.
Yeah.
Was about the first graphics card when we got the AMD. Why did you spend so much money on a graphics card? Because it looks awesome. The aftermath.
Two volcanoes?
A twin one.
Yeah, it's a known thing that they are very close. Volcanoes are very close to Mexico City, and
over that ridge, there should come Mexico City.
Yeah, some of these volcanoes are quite active, so every now and again they get problems in Mexico City with ashes. Sometimes they have earthquakes and things like that.
Oh, nice, Hamburg. Zu den Fischköppen. What I want to see before it's gone is in Hamburg, the fish market.
Yeah, why should it be gone?
I don't know. Maybe
That's
that trade isn't worth it anymore and they leave it be. You never
it's
know.
so attractive for tourists. They will keep it running. And even if the fish comes from God knows where, they will still have a fish market. But you have to get up really early. Or you have to stay up all night, which is the more stylish thing to do.
I had a CTD and I'm not even running the sim. Okay. What did you run that you have had a CTD?
That would worry me. I'm used to CTDs in the sim, but outside...
Awesome. 3D software.
yeah,
Okay.
That's similar.
How is this one called?
Blender,
Yeah, thank you.
probably.
That pain in you.
Blender is
Socks. I what go where the Beatles played in Hamburg. That airport is a waypoint. We land in Mexico City. There's a capper stick and a PC-21 in the back. Hello, hello, capper stick. And somewhere in that flight plan, we go over tequila.
Tequila! Oh.
Exactly written like that. Our next airport is Mike X-Ray. That's in Mexico City. Infidel Fireman, howdy, howdy. Welcome in, buddy. How are ya? How is it going? What do the planes do?
Look at this thing.
Yes, I see it from a distance because I drifted a bit off the line.
That looks like another little volcano thingy.
And on my right wing there is a pimple of a mini volcano. I'm a bit tired from today's shopping. But everything's peaches and cream. I have to work tomorrow and then the weekend off. So,
This is
yay!
amazing.
Weekend off is amazing.
I'm just looking at this crater, and right behind the crater is a big city.
Yeah, X-E-C-O. However you would say that. X-ray, India, Charlie, Oscar.
I would probably not say it.
That's why I'm not trying.
Everything.
That's why I'm not trying.
Now, must already
Perfect
be part
round.
of Mexico City here. because it just is an endless. And historically, all of this was a lake.
Okay. Yeah, you are over Mexico City.
When the Spanish conquerors came,
Yeah.
at that time, the whole city was in a lake.
Okay. Where's the lake?
Well, that has been drained and filled in and whatnot. But the original center of Mexico City
Is somewhere else.
Is the place which at that time it was called Tenochtitlan, and it was the capital of the empire of the Aztecs. And you could only get through to Tenochtitlan by on dams.
Okay.
And of course that made it very easy to defend the island, because you just had to interrupt the dam and then nobody could get through.
Congrats, squared.
Oh, that's good. So those little lakes that you can still see are leftovers from the big lake that used to be there.
That's kind of him. That's very kind of him.
That's good. Ah, the Frida Kahlo Museum. I'm passing over here. You know Frida Kahlo? Famous painter.
Oh, okay, I disqualify myself now if I say never heard of him.
Seen her, because she had such a remarkable face. She had these really thick black eyebrows, which almost were connected. She's quite a character.
A unibrow.
Almost. And she was crippled. I'm not sure if it was from an accident or an illness, but she was a very good painter and a very, must have been a very strong personality, because many people were impressed by her.
Well, maybe I've seen her face, but I...
There's quite a few portraits of her, which were done by other painters.
Okay, airport's coming up.
Yep. No.
A posh, long runway.
Which one do we take? I'll take the right one.
I aligned with the runway, so take what you like. Ozymandias, welcome in. Thanks for the Leroy. We're awake now. How is it going? The wheelies down.
Now, if we had live traffic running, I'm sure there would be
Parallel landings.
Around it. There would be a lot of planes around. Some tower they have.
Would Would be interesting how this parallel landing look like.
Yep. Or maybe they use one for takeoffs, one for landings.
It's a pretty big city, so I don't think that. Don't stall the Spitty. So, blink, blink, blink.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Whoa! Guten Abend, Viperstrike. Hey there, Buddy. Wie geht es dir? Whee! How are you, Viper? How's it going? So, we will do a circuit over the city. Then we have a long straight line to the next airport. Not bad. That's quite a mile. How long will you fly? How long will you be up in the air?
Hello, Viper. I'm back.
Welcome back. Did you see what I got as landing rate?
83? No, -7. Jesus.
Butter.
I had 166, which for me is quite good.
You're 1,300 nauticals away. Well, that's some 3 or 4 hours to go then. So there's Capstick and a PC-21 in the fast burp.
There's absolutely no need here to taxi. It's just such a huge runway.
It's big enough.
Yeah, let's have a look. How long is that thing? What does it say here?
12,860 feet.
Okay.
Is the shorter one. That's the shorter one. The longer one is at 13,300.
Only.
Only just.
Wow. And I'm sure there must be a nice add-on of this airport somewhere, because it looks pretty miserable the way it looks at the moment.
Well, I'm on the pretty side.
Okay.
It's normal or normal pretty for an in sim, also in stock. Whatever. Not handcrafted airport. It looks okay. So then let's fly around over Mexico City and then we go to on our course. Why are you stuttering, mi amor?
Because we are in a big, big city.
Okay. Well then no Sim Toolkit Pro then. Yeah. I have to kill an exe in the background. Guess which exe it is? Which FSU IPC I'm gonna kill now? FSU IPC, where are you? There are you. And there. Bye. Yeah, it was FSU IPC choking the computer again. See ya. So, sorry, no Sim Toolkit bar.
Yeah, if you look where I'm flying at the moment, you can see remnants of the old lake. It's like a looks like a salt lake and some bits of water.
Reposition that. It's not over the kitty. Nice. It's called. There we go.
This city is absolutely huge. I remember watching an approach video from a plane, you know, real life,
Yeah.
flight into this airport, and it just would not end. Houses upon houses upon houses. I showed that to my kids at school simply to make them understand
How
what size of
huge.
city we are talking about. Yeah.
It's all in squares. Most of it are in squares.
I'm heading for the bit with the high houses.
That thing is huge, that city. Some skyscrapers.
Yep. And they have constant problems with air pollution here. As the city is in a basin, so the air is not really circulating very well. And it's very, very bad air.
Different lighting, yeah. There we go. It's huge.
Yeah. Well, there's Autodromo. So there must be a racetrack here. Right next to the airport again.
Ooh. Is it pretty?
Let's have a look. Oh, it's complicated. It has passages, bridges, and there's an inner circuit and an outer circuit. Yeah.
That sounds kinda interesting.
Yeah. Have a look where I'm circling. It's in that area.
Ah, I see it. On the map.
Yeah. Acoustic is approaching it as well now. Well, whenever you meet someone from Mexico City, it's one of these places where if you meet oh, do you know so-and-so? He lives in Mexico City too.
Mm-hmm.
Here it makes no sense whatsoever.
Not really.
Well, shall we go
Depart.
magenta again? Yeah.
What's this here? Nothing to bother. Okay. The guy who speaks Mexican and wears a sombrero. Hello, voice. Comply. Thank you.
Yodel?
Nope.
No?
Somehow, my voice cords don't like me today. You good, Spitty? Fine, Spitty? I got the corner. What, you can't imagine that we are on at 8,000 feet.
Yeah.
Pretty high up.
Yeah.
El Caracoli. Is this for water something? Wasseraufbereitung?
What are you looking at?
El Caracoli. El Caracol. That big
no
circle in front of me.
No idea.
Because it's watery on a little nav map, but here it's brown.
That's interesting. There is a place called Ojo de Agua, which means watery eye or eye of water,
Okay.
which normally hints at a round lake or something like that, but I don't see it here.
That's... Let's look at it. Also, El Caracol, Mexico City. What is that? That's something agricultural.
Mm-hmm.
That's a spiral. That thing was built in 1942 to desalinate the water of Lake Texcoco.
Yeah.
The 3,200 meters in diameter basin was called the Snail from its short spiral-shaped concrete lip that circles it. The water from the lake entered from a pump house on the island in the middle of the basin and was channeled outward clockwise.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nice.
Okay.
for less salt in your water. 274 numbers. Still on the outskirts of Mexico City.
Yep.
On our left wing, there's Buena Vista.
Buena Vista.
When I read that name, I think about music. The Buena Vista Social Club.
Mm-hmm. Well, Buena Vista just means nice view.
Hmm? I'm sure from up there you have a nice view. And if you look on the map from Mexico, you just have very high terrain, mountains, and just a small strip of green land on the map. Left and
Yep.
right. Bird, why are you so slow? Why are you so slow, my birdie bird?
Did you change the props somehow? I have
No.
I have a lever on my controls which I sometimes touch without knowing. And then
Well,
I
I
lose
gave her
power.
full throttle now and she's increasing. Maybe I pulled too hard back. Was just seeing you in the distance and could not catch up.
Oh, I'm doing 226 at the moment,
Yeah,
so that should not be too difficult.
no, not now. We're just on a straight line. Oh, 105 nauticals. Then we have a land. On Mike.
That's nice. That's nice.
Somebody called Mike. What? You talking about me? Then I have to do a real fuel. Because me lady's hungry soon.
Uh-huh. That's another volcano-ish looking mountain ahead.
That's a mountain range, not only a volcano.
But there's one pimple which is called Sokotepetl. Okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
Gesundheit.
Sokotepetl. I know that another one of these famous mountains around Mexico was Popocatépetl. That's something as a child it fascinated me so much. I learned that name by heart very quickly.
It's sounding quite interesting, yes.
Popocatépetl. Yeah.
And I think your students must have cheered at that name.
Yep. But nothing beat Huitzli-Pochtli. That was the absolute winner.
Blast. It's pretty good done here, actually. Look out of the window.
Pretty good.
The scenery is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Looks almost real.
Yep. There's just a guy in a sombrero missing. Bringing over some cocktails.
Did you plot that course over the only high mountain in the whole area? So I have to... Honestly,
I'm still here. Why not? Night sun.
autopilot off.
Come, cry me a river. That's nice, Robbie. Whee! Hope you have a good, tasty beverage. How high is that mountain?
Well, I mean,
3,900 feet. 900. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meters. I think I have my map in meters.
You know what I also just noticed?
Hmm?
It might help if you lean your mixture a little bit. It makes your speedy go faster. Because we're so high up. Just a little.
Ooh, magic.
Lots of pimples.
Yeah, little ones. Who dream to get big someday.
Yep.
Do I have to climb or just do we stay?
That's why I had to leave the autopilot so I could fly around this thing. I just couldn't be bothered to climb. You might just make it. Just.
Made it! I'm sure we're not getting there tonight, but this flight plan ends at the city Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
So there are a lot of hairy rats on the runway.
You mean these things that are bouncing when they bark?
Yes, yes. What are they called in Star Trek? These little fur
The
balls.
Ewoks?
No. In early Star Trek, there is the
Tribbles.
Tribbles. Yes.
What's about the Tribbles? They're cute. They're purring. I have one in my living room, far off from the food, on a shelf. Bit dusty. And the thing is, I will never forget it. I was in full Star Wars costume, holding a tribble, petting the tribble, walking over a convention. And people did not talk to me about my costume. No,
The dribbles.
I got questions about the tribble.
Oh, that's cute.
Was funny. Was pretty funny. Because I stroked it like it would be a real living creature.
Yeah.
Immersion was real. And the Star Trek guys where I bought it from, they had a blast. And you were seeing me behind my booth from Star Wars, holding a Star Trek triple stroke in it. It was so funny. I had that thing just in my hands to keep my nerves calm.
Does it have eyes?
No, just
No, it doesn't.
just a
Just
ball
ball.
of that kind of big bean ball of fur. Yeah, for a short time, but it's not my... I don't get warm with it. Kappa stick. I don't get warm with Star Trek Online.
Okay, this next place is called Tlalpuyahua,
Gesundheit.
which basically sounds like me when I'm getting into the shower and the water is too cold.
Well, that's then rather refreshing.
Oh yes. Did you catch that whole story about the TIE fighter? That was so funny. Captain
Well-
Sim published the TIE fighter, and I
Murph-
saw.
I was at Murph's when that happened,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
well, since I was a commanding officer of a Star Wars fan group,
Yeah.
I know all about the copyright stuff. Even we got
Yeah.
through, and we are endorsed to a certain point to use merchandise
Yeah.
for charity. But we had every single bit to get that to our merchandise officer, to our command liaison officer, and to the guy for the commercials to get their signature under that we can and may use that.
Yeah.
And they are acribic. They're more German than Germans. In that kind
Well,
of
I
way.
mean, it's Disney.
Yeah. And that
and Disney
that wa-
doesn't like it. If you try and do anything with Disney copyright on it, you're in trouble.
we since Disney is Star Wars is Disney, Disney is Star Wars, whatever. Since then, we could not name our events Star Wars Day. Was forbidden. The Stormtrooper get together at Reisbach, Germany, had to be renamed. Because Star Wars Days is only and exclusively for the Disney parks. Legoland had to rename its event, its yearly event, to Sci-Fi Day and invite other groups to that day that they can say it's a Sci-Fi Day.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how can this guy be so stupid? I
I
can't.
don't understand it.
And that's excuse me for my choice words, that's me being a son of a bitch. I hope he gets some serious trouble. I really hope this guy gets some serious copyright struggle, because that's a no-no. Even me, as a non-commercial person with Star Wars, has to be very, very careful to not do anything that Disney could anger. And then comes that guy and tries to, make a TIE fighter. Maybe if he would have gotten to Disney first, tell, hello Disney, may I do that? Is this in your kind of choice? Yes, no?
Well, they would have probably wanted some money for it. Which of
Some
course
money?
he wasn't prepared. He wasn't
Some
prepared
money?
to. Yeah.
They not even want their revenue share, but using the brand name of Star Wars, Captain Sim would have to pay to use the brand of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And they want their revenue share of the sale of the TIE Fighter. And
Yeah.
I know that you can use officially the brand of Star Wars isn't cheap, because there is a fan group in, or was whatever, when I last had to do with that stuff, there was a official Star Wars group in Germany, but they had to pay yearly the copyright for that brand, that they may use it. And it wasn't cheap. They had to pull off jobs in kind of getting to birthday parties and stuff, and get money from them where they're visiting to pay that off. Because they really worked for the right. They may use that brand. So I don't understand how a guy can be so stupid and get in trouble with Disney.
And of course, the other thing he did, I watched, what's his name, JD, the German streamer.
Yeah.
And he tested it at a time when it was still officially out on the market.
I see a Richie Ricardo in the back.
Yeah. And he flew it through the Grand Canyon, and he looked at the code, and he said it was basically a total copy of that Asobo science fiction thingammy. You know that what's it called?
Thingamajiggy. Okay.
From Halo.
Ah, that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah, and he said it was just a
Just
very slightly
wallpapered.
modified copy of that.
Just
And,
wallpapered.
Yeah.
In that case.
So
Captain Singh, you're stupid.
And then of
How?
course JD actually went and modded the thing because he wasn't happy with the performance. So he modded it so it would fly faster and would change course quicker. And he was quite pleased with it. But then after he had published the video, shortly afterwards came the news.
The
It's not
takedown
available
news.
anymore. Yeah. And the sounds are all wrong. A TIE fighter needs that particular sound. You know, if you don't get that sound, it's not a TIE fighter.
Well, you can recreate that sound at home.
Yes. But I mean, obviously Captain Sim didn't even try to do that.
Who can name me how the sound of the TIE fighter is made? And if you know it, Nights Up, don't tell them.
I don't know it.
Does anybody know, without Auntie Google, how the sound of a TIE fighter is made?
That is a possibility. Yep. I really don't know.
There's a landing coming up, Capastick. Just for info. I need to refuel.
So come on, tell us. How is that sound made?
Have you ever blown up a balloon as a child and then did not
yeah.
make the knot but let it go?
Oh yes, I've done that many times.
Yeah, that's exactly that sound.
Is that the sound of a TIE
Yeah.
fighter? Well, maybe a little bit higher, but you couldn't bring it down, of course. Yeah.
Some balloons sound exactly like that.
Okay. TIE fighter balloons.
TIE fighter balloons, and was it at the Lucas Arts ranch, the Skywalker ranch, or directly at Lucas at home? You saw a kitchen, and then they pulled a chair back, and it made the exact sound of Chewie, and a different chair. When they pulled it back, it sounded a bit like a TIE fighter, a modified one. But the original TIE fighter sound is made by an air balloon.
Okay.
So now you know. Key. So, yeah. And I really hope that guy gets in trouble.
Yep. So, let's land at MMMM.
4 times Mike. Know what a pain it was to get all the goals for various stuff from our folders, which we had laid out on the booth, up to merch, which we did not sell it. We just gave it away for a certain amount of funds as a fundraiser. So for charity.
Yep. Yeah, so against donations. Yeah.
Exactly, again, for donations.
Yeah.
And I can say the 501st did a better job. Okay, they had a big lucky wheel where you could turn the wheel and it would solve out your price, what you get. We didn't had it that big with our articles for donations, but I think at 1,200 euros for 2 days on a con for the Children Cancer Foundation is a good number.
Yeah.
Well, there I pull off a very buttery landing and I don't have a landing rate monitor. Meh.
I did a 24
Ooh.
on my first bounce.
There comes Capastick. Flap edge in. Footage into the Spitty. Spitty hungry, Spitty fuel. Ah, that ugly pot has to go away. Ooh. Fancy. Fancy, Robbie. 1 feet per minute.
That's okay. Richie is quite a distance away, isn't he?
Maybe slow?
I think he's still behind those mountains.
I need some different music. There we are. There we are.
Oh yeah, I can see him on the VFR map. He's quite a distance away.
So I can close that. Come on. Close. Close. There we go. That's open, that is open. Yet I may not close. Let's start again. You see Richie is pretty far out. Okay. Maybe Richie likes to load in at our next full stop at Mike Papa November.
I would say. He's a bit less than halfway between MMPC and us. Now where is MMPC?
C like Charlie or Z like Zulu?
Charlie.
Okay. Bring back some tea for us too. Okay. Would say we get up in the air again?
Okay.
Because I can't find that airport with Charlie at the end.
No, I'm looking as well.
What was the name? Mike?
Mike.
Juliet.
Papa Charlie.
Papa Charlie.
And he's about halfway between there and us.
Mike, Papa, Charlie. Where are you?
Let's find it.
Mike, Papa, Charlie.
Oh,
That's above
now.
Mexico City.
Pachuca is Mike Pac. Yeah. So between that place and us, it's about halfway.
Okay, if we fly slowlier,
Very
He-
slowly.
you should catch up at least at the next stop.
Yeah.
So. Kamikaze! Whee!
Okay. I think you shouldn't have said kamikaze. That somehow inspired my spitting.
Where did she go from here?
Pity you're drunk.
No, I don't want to follow your orders.
This is incredible. What a performance. Ah,
Who's gonna win?
at the moment it's this pity.
Good girl! Nice girl! And the PC-21 is just laughing.
When you look in your cockpit, you know that trim wheel?
Yep.
Not the big one, but the rather trim one.
Yeah.
Is that on neutral when it says bias at the top? There's this word bias.
Yep.
Is that the neutral position?
That's the neutral one, yeah.
Okay. Because then it was completely in the wrong position. Which would explain-
Scandal! Outbreach!
No. Let's see if that gets any better now.
The Spitty is the misbehaving boy, and the PC-21 is like so, holds the hand in front of the face and just giggles. Look what he does. Hee.
Yeah, that was it. I'm up now.
Nice. Or did the Spitty buy Richie some time?
Probably. Oh, somebody just did a little bit of a slew.
No, Richie would never do
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Richie would never do that. I'm thinking he's the brave guy who flies the up-to-date Spitty.
That's quite possible. Yep, he's up there. He's not far away from us now.
Hmm? Well, what's wrong? I don't know if wrong is the right word to describe that.
You could also call it a lot of character, but
Yeah.
that would be putting it very nicely.
She is the new version isn't that nice to taxi anymore. She drops very heavily out of the sky. If you don't
She
watch
doesn't have
your speed, a crib with an hawk eye. She's less powerful since the new update. She has nice sounds, very nice sounds,
yes,
but
sounds are
that's
nice.
that.
And that's about it.
When was the last update? 2 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Roundabout?
Yeah, something like that.
Welcome back. Did you bring us some tea? Maybe a biscuit? Ooh. Yeah, you wore that. Yeah. Well, everybody knows when I say so nice kitty, but so much stink. She looking very cute over to me. I wasn't that. This wasn't
Very
me.
innocent,
I'm not. Human, you stink.
Robbie, don't you have a pet you could blame it on?
Maybe a guinea pig. Plenty of kids. Yeah. There's a nice two to blame. For stink. Plenty of kids. How much is plenty?
Same thought here.
Oh. Well,
I think age 4 would be a good one to blame.
Well, productive. Oh,
Well,
Catus Bettis gifted Viper Strike a subscription. Thank you. Thank you, Catus Bettis. Viper, enjoy your sub. And 12 kids. Productive.
Yeah.
If it would be all boys, you got a soccer team. What the frick happens now?
That's Richie.
Richie gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah.
8 boys, 4 girls.
Okay. Well, if
Don't
the
mind
old-
me asking, what's the toddler?
But I mean, if the oldest is 24, surely you can share some of the responsibilities.
Okay, can I borrow her? Oh, come on. Bad sim, bad.
Catbat, do you have a VPN? I'm running my sim through a VPN, and ever since then I have had not one single bandwidth low message.
Thank you guys for the subs. You're awesome. Really awesome. How fast are you going, Richie? Hey, Super Typhon. Welcome in. How's it going?
Hello, Super Typhon?
I know you don't want to hear that, but we do a touch and go upcoming. Oh,
Okay.
another one. Thank you. Ein Nullblick. Hat Gibbo eins geschenkt. Thank you. Gibbo got a sub from Herrn Nullblick. Whoop, whoop.
Excellent.
Thank you, guys.
Touch and go, she says. Where
Yeah.
on earth? Where?
Wires. There are so many wires. The thing is, I was mean. I did not.
You were mean?
I did not align it to the runway.
Oh, shame.
Just saw that.
Where? Oh, I think I see it. Yep. Yep. That's nasty.
Ah, there's it.
Is this the runway?
I think so.
That's a runway.
I think so.
That's not a runway, that's a field.
I really don't know what the frick your plane is doing.
Yep.
Do you have the old version of the Spitty? Can you revert back? Maybe it's just the Spitty build. Because if not, then it's the sim giving you the finger. The second to last, okay. There it is. Lost the sight with the field. Maybe try to take everything out but the Spitty and give her and try that out. Give her some space. She's sometimes a nasty lady.
Yep, Spitfire.
Spitfire.
But did you get my question? If you do have VPN.
Whee! Hype train is finished. Thank you guys for the subs.
Sorry that I
Very-
missed it.
I very appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Mwah.
Okay. Yes, I just read your answer, Kappa. I have ExpressVPN, and I'm telling it that I am in New Jersey, in the States, and for some reason that has solved my low bandwidth problem.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Nulli, wie geht's den Lütten? How are you, kitties? And how are you? And mommy? Richie can recommend Proto VPN. Okay.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I
mean,
don't have this problem
not
with the
sure
low bandwidth at the moment.
what the others are like, but the ExpressVPN lets you try out for the first, I think it's 30 days or so. So if you don't find that it does the trick, you can just,
Give it back.
yeah, you don't have to
Cancel it.
pay. Yeah, you can cancel it. And I think most of the others have that same policy. So you don't have to pay for something that then doesn't do what you want it to do.
There's another very round mountain, looking like a volcano.
Which one?
That one I'm passing right now.
Yeah. I'm sure that there are plenty of volcanoes in this area.
Volcano pimples.
Yep. Oh, there's a biggish airport up ahead.
Yep. Don't need to ask you how's your fuel.
No.
Because you cheat in that matter.
Do you want me to land or what?
Now we do a touch and go. And we are on our way.
Since I'm too far ahead, I'll land. And you
Okay.
can catch up.
Mommy is on a holiday. So you alone at home. Nully alone. Home alone. Oh. Why do I have to think about Kevin McAllister? Kevin allein zu Hause.
Mhm.
Just in the case, Nully allein zu Hause.
That's a nice green one here. I like that airport.
A green one?
Mm-hmm. There's lots of trees around it.
Nice squared. Flying on Vatsem. Tell us how it went. Even that can be interesting. And it's a very good practice. BC?
British Columbia.
Ah.
Yeah. Richie, that's about what I pay. Actually, a bit less.
Hello. Ooh. Tomorrow is workage. So no flyage. Even no flyage in the evening tomorrow. Got a tight schedule. Me and my sewing machine. Yeah, that's comfortable. You don't have to walk the dog. My husband too. And since he will have soon a good graphics card too, playing will be fun again. For him. Yep. You can't imagine how many hours he spent in Diablo 3? Can't imagine. The only thing what I find with that Diablo 4 is why did they start with that season pass nonsense? Because what will be added? It's just the same game if they handle it like Diablo 3. It's just the same game. You grind through the same monsters at the same story and stuff. There won't be new stuff at all. So why? My husband said, yeah, it's Microsoft. They did it. That's a how to ruin a game. Just money generating. That kinda. But we will see. After 10 years, it will pay for service. Well, the thing is, why don't we get DVDs anymore for our games? Why don't we get hard copies? Why do we have everything on the internet? Why do we need an online service for every freaking game? And you can't tell me that Diablo 4 will be a very heavily multiplayer used one. I know space is a problem. Internet's web space costs stuff, and it's not cheap when you have yeah, okay, but well, MMO Lite, yeah, even then you can have your stuff on your CDs, and then you can connect to other people over their servers for like a real paid subscription. But when you played offline as a non-multiplayer one, then why should you pay it as a season pass? It's a pretty cheap move, if you ask me.
Pico de Tankitaro.
Bless you.
Hello, Pico.
Hello, Nightsap. Amigo. And Diablo 4 is not cheap. It's pretty expensive. The collectors of Diablo 3 cost, I think, 120 those many years ago, and you got a booklet and you got a paperback, as a paperback box with all the DVDs inside, or you could install the game. You had some handy artwork. And then I think 120, 130 euros are okay. But for nothing, I don't want to pay 100 euros for a game. But it's his decision if he wants to have that game. He shall have that game. I'm not judging. My planes cost enough. It's just a cheap move from Blizzard Entertainment. There is a tip of a mountain who looks like it has a very circular round top.
Yeah, you mean slightly to the left?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly over it. Want to see that.
Yeah. That is definitely another volcano pimple.
A popped one.
Yep.
And there's another San Antonio.
Oh, there's even a lake in the middle. There's a lake in the crater. A small one.
You even see where the lava ran down,
Yep. Yep.
where the crater broke. Whee! Tocumbo. St. Ines. There's a bigger lake ahead. Lago de Capala.
By the way, the pimple that you flew over
Yeah?
is called Los Limones.
Okay.
The lemons. I don't know why.
Maybe they plant them there. Grab your parachutes. Welcome in. And thank you. How is your day going? I was shopping with Mom and my husband. Yay! Was a fine day with good nom. We were dining. So, was a pretty nice day. Only the weather was meh. But you can't change that.
Did you have April weather too? Here it was constantly changing between sunny and rain.
Did a bit of work on the car, rewarding myself with some cider. Okay.
Nice.
Sounds nice. And we had rain all the day. From little icy rain to normal rain to it looks like there's a leak in the sky. Rain. Everything was there. Laguna de San Juanico. It's also a pretty big lake. What do you think? It's hot or cold up here?
At the moment, in real life weather.
Well, she listens to Mrs. Kitty also on stream.
I would say it's probably quite mild. Because it's near the equator, so it cannot
that's
be
why.
all that.
But we're pretty high up.
That is true.
It's Mrs. Kitty or Poppy. But normally I refer to her on stream as Mrs. Kitty. Ah, Kitty on the lap. It's always nice. Unless they get out their murder weapons. AKA claws. What are there? Are they tuxedos? Are they like Garfield, red? Well, you too, Richie. Thanks for flying along.
Good night, Richie.
And fingers crossed that you get your Spitty settled. You Mrs. Spitfire. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but that's all right.
Maybe you get a good hot dog there, Catpat. Tuxedos. Nice. Well, we had a Mr. Kitty also. But unfortunately, he went over the Rainbow Bridge 2 years ago. I gotcha, Richie. Have a good night. And he looked like Mrs. Kitty. Just his tip of the nose was pink and hers is black. And he was mischievous. Tried to sneak every food. That was quite a night when he went over the Rainbow Bridge. Because I was streaming and then I had to stop. Yeah. That's why she is a single, a spoiled rotten single cat. Because I'm not sure if she would get along with a kitten or another cat. Because it's her kingdom.
Yeah, if she's used to it now.
Yeah. And I think she would be a sassy queen. And the other kitten, cat, whatever, would not have a good life under her royal command. Voyaging CA, welcome in. Well, it's not, she's not that spoiled rotten that she would just eat meat. But she has her favorites, like she would do anything for those. And the blue ones with tuna are worse. So we're coming up to Mike 25. If you want to jump in there, Voyage. We are on the North Europe server.
Yeah. But we found that the new version, Kapustik, just, you know, when it came to climbing up mountains or something like that, it just didn't pull as much as the older one.
Just feel free to hop in whenever you like. We won't fly all of this flight planned today, because I planned ahead. Ooh. No worries. TBM 930 can keep up with no problem normally. And that bird is not all too techy to understand. Maybe you want to have a look into that bird someday. That was my first plane after the 152. Yep, TBM 930 with a Garmin G3000. The the G3000 in the TBM feels a bit like a TomTom. And if you want to know how to fly that like in real life, there's some good explanation videos from real pilots. How to start that thing up in real life, and you can use that pretty good for starting it up in the sim. And there are just two possibilities. Either you hate her or you love her. There's nothing between. It's like with the Spitfire.
Yep.
Yeah, the Spitty on flight level 340 is quite amazing. And I think I have a hashtag 22, 16, 18, whatever. I don't see you guys anymore.
Let me see if I still see you.
Oh, you're up there.
Oh, I see you down there below me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
flying all high and mighty.
I'm just at
You're
one end.
hiding.
I'm
Now I know.
descending.
You are hiding. Tsk, tsk, tsk.
I'm descending.
You're directly above me. Okay. I hope you don't have a drop tank. Could hurt otherwise. So Mike 25 comes up. So do I understand that right, Voyage? You're pretty new in flight simming, or just with Flight Simulator? Okay. Dann schau, dass du das Programm Little Nav Map bekommst. Das gibt's auf FlightSim.to, kostenlos zum Runterladen. Okay. That's a very handy map. And it won't stop there. I found a bridge.
I didn't hear you.
I know. Yeah, VFR.
I'm absolutely confused.
Why?
Oh,
They're
there.
too pretty.
That is totally hidden. Jesus.
Christ?
No. Like Irish spelling. You know?
Jesus.
Oh, that's not even the airfield. That is
AJH.
it's a road. And where on earth?
If you follow the max 54 over that hill in a straight line,
Yeah.
there's
Yes, I
somewhere an
understand.
airport.
So my map tells me.
Mm-hmm. AJH. Ah, Jesus. How are ya?
Oh, that is the lake. Yes, now I'm getting it. I totally got the scale wrong. That's a big town.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
Mhm.
Or at least for us in the middle of nowhere.
And of course, the next question is, where on earth is there an airport here?
I see it. Flap it.
You see it?
Yeah, I see it. I followed the Mexican 54. So let's do that.
Oh, that is supposed to be an airfield. Okay. That's... Okay, I'm getting...
And there's a truck pretty close to the runway. Be careful.
Well, I'm more worried for the truck actually than my plane. Oh, and a bus. And a bus.
There we are. And at the end, on the left side, there's a windsock on the house.
Oh, don't tell my speedy, okay?
I told her.
No, my speedy was too busy taxiing. She didn't hear.
So I fueled. Whoop whoop. It's different. It's very different.
Yes. And it's definitely more nerve-wracking.
Come on, you big Jessie. If we're using AJH, we can use that word too. So how
But you
far
can
is that up?
things with tail draggers.
Doing
Just have a
donuts.
look. Have a look. Now that's something you can't do with a tricycle.
Screenshot. Spitty hungry, Spitty eating grass. Come on, let's take off again. So, do we call it a night at Mike Golf Lima, or do we call it a night at... There's no parking space now. At Mike, Whiskey Mike.
Mike, Whiskey Mike. Where on earth is Mike? Oh, yeah. Well, how do you feel? Tired-wise?
So and so.
Oh, what does that mean?
When I look at the clock, then it tells me I should be in bed by a half hour. Because tomorrow there will be carnage
Well,
at work.
then let's do the first one.
The Mike Golf Lima.
Yeah.
Get.
Guadalajara,
Gesundheit.
which I have heard before. Don't ask me in which context.
In which context?
Shut up. Sit in the corner.
No, I don't.
Oh, God. It's always these troublesome girls. Okay.
You flying a troublesome girl? Hello?
That's true. I'm surrounded by them. That's my problem.
And Spitty from Nightsep, there is a house on the left side of the runway.
No, it's actually on the right side.
Did you turn around?
I will turn around now. No, I'm saying that to confuse the Spitty.
Okay. It's on the left side.
Don't believe a word she says. No?
Yes.
He was sort of first thinking about going over to where the windsock was. Ah,
And then you took a stick and slapped it on her wrists.
and then she decided that the trees on the other side were also quite interesting.
And then?
And then she was up in the air.
Okay, and then I thought you said no dead dino juice for you.
I think that would be the wrong policy. Yeah, I hope I'll be around for the Saturday flight, because I want to leave quite early on Sunday.
Well, if
Oh,
you're not
maybe-
around, then
Or maybe I'll just look in at the beginning and then leave early or something like that. We'll see. It also depends how stressful the rest of my packing went during
Well,
the day.
don't get me wrong, I love to have you on the streams, but please get enough sleep before
Oh, sure.
your journey.
Don't worry, I'll do that.
It doesn't come as handy if something happens to you
No.
because of
I
I'm
don't normally
tired.
fall- No, that doesn't happen normally.
Okay.
Not if I'm getting proper sleep and if I'm driving during the day. That would be different at night.
Driving at night is a pain.
Yeah. I saw some pictures today of Bozen, and I didn't like the snow I saw there. It wasn't in the valley, but it was very close to the valley floor. I wasn't all that pleased with that.
You weren't that pleased.
I haven't got winter tires on my car anymore. So I
Well,
just hope I get over the Brenner Pass without
troubles.
running into snow.
Well, I cross my fingers for you in that case. We are still on winter tires. My husband and me. At the end of
No, I
April, we changed them.
Well.
In the hope that there won't be snow in May. We had snow last week. I'm not kidding. We had snow last week.
Yeah.
The weather's nuts. Here. Kinda.
So,
Laguna de Solaya.
we follow this door.
It depends. It depends. Robbie? Yeah, the weather is absolutely nuts everywhere. The winter was too dry. There wasn't a lot snow.
Well, at the moment we're getting a lot of rainfall, so that makes up for the dry winter here, but the problem is that in the Alps there's hardly any snow, so there'll be not a lot of water to feed the rivers.
Hmm. Yeah, time zones are meh.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering, what's the time at your place? Grab your parachute. Ah, okay. Well, 1 hour?
This is interesting how they actually have the must be something like a highway which goes through the lake here.
Mm-hmm.
I just checked in on this nav map because I first thought it was a glitch in the sim, but it's actually real.
Okay. Not quite Germany, but Austria. Grab your parachute. But
I'm in Germany.
1900 Zulu is 2100 for us here.
Yeah.
So you're 2 hours behind, I guess. Okay.
I don't believe this. This is not true, dear Sim. There's a big junction
Okay.
and the streets are going off into the lake. So I
Okay.
think in real life the water must be a lot less than we see here.
Very shallow.
Hmm.
Okay. Then which country has Zero time added or negate from Zulu.
That's usually England. But of course, if they have summertime, that's they don't have zero time.
Okay.
It's all very confusing. But
Yep.
Zulu is the same as what they call Greenwich Mean Time.
GMT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they seem to like roads through lakes here.
Or trying to be efficient for a straight go. It's also a laguna, not a lago.
Yeah.
So, actually, this formation looks pretty interesting. Like it holds the Lago de Chapala in. Maybe the Lago de Chapala was connected with the Laguna de something?
Yeah. They're so close together. I think so.
Laguna de Marcos. Maybe they were connected someday and then there was an earthquake and some mountains were
simply
formed.
Maybe just the water level descended. God, there's a lot of water coming up here. What
Yeah,
is that?
that's the Lago de Campala. Capala. Smuggled an M in there.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. You know?
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about. I couldn't see that one yet, so I thought you meant the ones that we had passed.
No, I meant that big one.
Yeah.
That big one
Yeah,
over
but
there.
it's flat countryside between the lakes, so it makes sense that they were together at one point.
And another straight long road. Okay. One village over there is called Las Troyes.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty nice here.
Yeah, apart from the black spots.
Those black spots are
Clouds.
cloud shadows, yeah. If would be interesting to know if it's really that brownish here.
Yep.
Look away, generic scenery. Ew. San Lucas Evangelista. Okay. In occasions. Voyage. In occasions, I have a head tracker over a little webcam and two softwares who working with each other behind the scenes. But I don't have a Tobii Eye or IR tracker or that stuff. Okay, then note 2 programs down. One is called Open Track. Open Track, and the other one AI Track version 0.6 alpha. And if you got the right plugin for the Open Track and you set it up right, everything works. There is actually a step-by-step tutorial somewhere on YouTube. The streamer Tutor Murphy is using the Tobii Eye tracker and is very happy with that stuff. Also Catbat uses that. Often
I use a program from Steam which was quite cheap, which also works quite well. And I can't remember what it's called. But
okay.
I rarely use it. I thought I would use it a lot more.
I hyped my combination for some days, but yeah, I'm flying it normally again.
IR, yes.
Track IR is also possible, but with Track IR, the bit of a downside is you need to have this track thingy on your headset, or that the cap, the baseball cap.
Yeah, that's not the program that I have. I have one which uses my webcam.
Yeah, but the real Track IR. Well, Tobii Eye tracks the eyes and the head movement and your posture movement.
If you don't move your head but you look left, then it reacts already. Whereas the program that I use, I have to turn my head.
Okay. Grab your parachutes. Uses Tobii Eye too, but not sure if it was worth it over Track IR, if I'm honest. Well, I use neither, cause I'm a cheapskate in that. As I don't want to spend additional $200 for it, at least $200. Well, not only FS costs enough, grab your parachutes, I built my setup that I don't have to use an eye tracker.
Yeah, I mean the way that you have your setup, you're sort of surrounded by the sim, and
Exactly.
then it doesn't really make sense to use it.
I'm hoping when I'm getting my new graphics card that I can use all 3 monitors for the sim again. That I have everything in my view. So yeah. Must get around to that.
You just need the space, that's the problem.
Yeah. The space is the big problem. Well, Stream Deck is handy. Stream Deck is very handy. You can do a lot of it. But you need to... Well,
Right.
come on the grass, then I can pack up the camp.
Yes. I thought you might. Okay.
It's a great, a really handy tool, that Stream Deck, if you want to buy it. If you have a spare or old telephone, Android phone, there is a Stream Deck app which you could connect to your computer over Wi-Fi for the beginning. Then
Which side would you like your camp to be on? So I go to the other side.
there's my camp. I pack it out. Then you'll see. It's on the other side.
Okay.
It's on my right wing. Careful of the fire. Yeah, cozy camp with some nice footage on the grill. And 2 doggies, 2 Doberman. Anybody wants to get near my tent? Would not do it.
Okay. Bye, Super Typhoon.
Good night, Super Typhoon. That's I love that mod. Where's the porta potty? Hidden away. That's Camp Out by Parallel 42.
You know that they actually have something like a toilet bucket in the mod.
Yeah, I know.
And a roll of toilet paper.
I know. I just hid it away. I did not put it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that. I never had a big doggy. We just had a small sofa cushion, couch cushion, called a dog.
Chihuahua.
Huh?
Chihuahua.
No. Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu.
We had a Shih Tzu. A bit bigger than Mrs. Kitty and just fur. That dog you had to get to the dog hairdresser every 6 weeks, or you would have a brush which takes all the dirt in from the road. Yeah. So, there we are. I love that camp mod. And the fine thing is, you can set up per plane a different camp. And they keep adding stuff.
I'm
But,
sorry, I just disappeared myself.
Okay.
Have you done the screenshot?
No.
Yeah, I didn't mean to close the program, but I somehow...
You got on the wrong button.
And of course, it doesn't make sense to just load in for the shot.
No, I do it. I do a solo picture.
I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. I clicked on...
Your
The
bed is
task
calling
bar.
to you.
I clicked on something wrong there.
Yeah, your bed is calling out. Come on.
Yeah.
Well,
didn't mean to
mine
be
is
rude.
calling too. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining us. That's what I wanted to say. Now I know it bad. If you get the campout mod, please get it from Orbex direct because you get the updates earlier than the folks who buy in the Microsoft Store. Because Nightsap has it bought in the Microsoft Store and he does not have the doggies yet in his
And the
campout.
doggies have been out for several weeks now.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't appear in the Microsoft Store.
Get the stuff over to Orbex Central and have fun with it and getting the updates earlier. So, with that being said, thank you guys for that hype train level 3. Thanks so much for the subs. Thanks for flying along, for being here. Well, see you next time at 1900 Zulu time on Saturday. Hope to see you soon. Bye, guys. And thank you
Bye.
for the follow, Voyage. Hope to see you again. We're signing out.